Hi students, welcome back in English grammar class. As you know that we have finished with active passive voices. Today we are going to start another topic in English grammar, that is direct and indirect speech, or we can also call it narration, direct and indirect narration. First let's discuss what is direct speech. In the English language there are two ways of conveying what someone else has said. Let's suppose someone have told you something and you want to convey that message to another person, or you just wanted to share it with another person, that particular person have told me something like this. So there are two ways to convey that to another person. One is direct or quoted speech, and indirect or reported speech. Let's discuss them one by one. First let's discuss what is direct speech. Direct or quoted speech, it can be also called quoted speech, but we mainly call it direct speech. Involves quoting the exact words uttered by the person within inverted commas or quotation marks. It involves quoting the exact words uttered by the person. As you know, we are having quotes. Quotes are the words or the sentences which are said by a particular person, so we call it quotes. Let's suppose we are having Shakespeare's quotes, and we are having Hardy's quotes, Thomas Hardy's, or we are having Allama Iqbal quotes, or we are having quotes from Quaid-e-Azam, Muhammad Ali Jinnah. We quote him at times that it is said like this, or we take quotes from Quran that it is said in Quran. So it involves the exact word of the speaker. So direct speech can be also called quoted speech. Why? Because it involves quoting the exact words uttered by the person or the speaker. So it involves the exact word of that speaker or that person. That's why we call it direct speech, because we directly uses the words of that person within inverted commas or quotation marks. And always remember this, that whenever we are having exact word of someone, so we enclose it in inverted commas, or that inverted commas could be also called quotation marks. Why? Because like obviously we just wanted to show the reader or the other person that these words are not our words, they belong to that person. That's why we enclose it in inverted commas. And using someone else's words as your own is not a good thing. That's why we inverted it in inverted commas, that it is said by that particular person. So such type of speech, such type of sentences in which direct quote are involved of a person, so we call it direct speech or quoted speech. As you can see it in the picture, here it is written 2nd September 2012. So what Anne said, I will be coming home tonight. So let's suppose if your friend Anne is your friend, and she told you that I will be coming home tonight, and at the same day you went back to your home and you told your mom that Anne is going to come to our house tomorrow. So you would say on the same day that Anne said I will be coming home tonight. So you have used the exact words of and what did she has said to you, so you uses those exact words, that I will be coming home tonight. Now let's discuss what is indirect speech. And indirect or reported speech, on the other hand, does not have to be within quotes or reported word to word. It is not reported word to word, and we didn't use the exact quotes or the exact words of the speaker in it. In fact, unless one is relying the exact words spoken, one should never use quotation marks. So obviously if you are not using anyone's quotes, or if you are not using anyone's exact words, so you are not supposed to use inverted commas in it. So what you are going to say, you would deliver that message in your own words, as you can see. Then on 5th September 2012, let's suppose you meet another friend on 5th September, and then that was 2nd September when you told your mom that Anne said I will be coming home tonight. And then on 5th September you are saying, you are conveying or you are discussing this matter with any of other your friend, like you are discussing it with other friend. So what you are going to do, you would use it in your own words. And look at it, she said that she would be coming home that night. So here you have word use the word she said that she. You haven't said that I. Why? Because the time is being passed and you are discussing something which has already been happened in the past. So, and you are using your own words in it. You are not quoting the exact word up, and so you have changed the style of the sentence and you have said she would be coming home that night. You didn't say tonight. Why? Because that time has been passed, so you would say that she would be coming home that night. So this is the main difference between direct and indirect speech, that in direct speech we are having the exact word of the speaker, while in indirect speech we use our own words. In direct speech we are having inverted commas which encloses the exact word of the speaker, while in indirect speech we didn't have any inverted commas. Then we have two parts of such type of sentences. So one is called reporting verb or reporting speech, and the other involves the reported speech, but mainly we call it reporting verb, not reporting speech. So what does it mean? The verb first part of sentence, the first part of the sentence in which we say that he said, she said, he says, they said, she says. So all of these type of verbs, when they are used at the start of the sentence before the statement of a person in a sentence, like we haven't said that what the person is saying, we just start our sentence with such type of words: he said, she said, he says, they said, she says. So all these sentences, all this part of the sentence is called reporting verb. It is called reporting verb. Why? Because you are reporting that person, so that's why we call it reporting verb. As an example, you can see, he said I work in a factory. He said I work in a factory. So here the words he said are reporting verb. Then in indirect speech you can see he said, so he said is the reporting verb. Then they said we are going to cinema. They said that they were going to cinema. So here they said are the they said can be called reporting verb, and it is used before the statement of that person. Then we have another part, reported speech, the second part of indirect speech in which something, the second part of direct or indirect speech in which something has been told by a person, which is enclosed in quotation marks in direct speech. In indirect speech we would simply recognize it as the second part of the sentence, or in indirect speech it's simple to, in direct speech it's very simple to recognize the reported speech. Why? Because it is being enclosed in quotation marks. So the part which is enclosed in quotation mark in direct speech is called reported speech. Or in indirect speech, the part of the sentence in which we convey the message of that person is called reported speech. As you can see, a sentence of indirect speech is he said that he worked in a factory. In this sentence, the second part, he worked in a factory, is called reported speech. While in direct speech it's very easy to recognize it. The part which is enclosed in inverted commas could be reported speech. As you can see, I work in a factory, it is enclosed in inverted commas, so this is reported speech. We are going to cinema, it is enclosed in inverted commas, so it is reported speech. Or he worked in a factory, they were going to cinema, these parts are called reported speech. So this was just the introduction of direct and indirect speech, how to recognize a direct speech and an indirect speech and its main components. Later on in our next class we would be discussing its basic rules.